Hello, good morning. My name is Mehta Zananofal. Today I will be giving a presentation about the VRIO analysis for Apple. For the name of the course in itself, Strategic Change Management. Further moving on to student details, as seen above, I am a BBM UCLAN student specializing in marketing management, a dual degree award. I would like to start off by introducing the table of contents for my presentation. It includes the background of Apple, the core competencies using Porter's value chain analysis, as well as the VRO analysis in a context of how sustainable competitive advantage, as to what sustainable competitive advantages Apple has, as well as recommendations to improve these advantages. Lastly, ending with the references to this presentation. I would like to start off with the background of the company. Apple was created in April. It was formed by two college dropouts, as the story goes, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Both of them had an idea to create a portable computer, which was small in size and easy to transport for any given time, any given occasion, for any individual who needed an access to a device. Uh, Apple Malaysia was founded in 1999. The company's line of business includes the wholesale distribution of computers, computer equipment, as well as computer software. Now moving on to Apple's core competencies using Porter's value chain analysis. I would like to start off with the inbound logistics as seen ahead by the diagram. The definition of inbound logistics in regards to Apple is how it involves receiving and storing raw materials for manufacturing. Apple has an extremely complex supply chain management as seen below. Moving on to operations by the company in itself. Apple prefers outsourcing to developing countries, mainly for example, like China. The strategy has advantages in R&D as well as product design, as Apple has always taken a niche and its opportunities to be able to set up its manufacturing firms in developing countries where there is an immense amount of manual labor as well as knowledge on how to produce such unique high-selling items, which are included in Apple's product portfolios for low prices. Other companies that Apple uses for its operations are the States of America, Europe, China, Japan, Asia Pacific, as well as other Asian countries. Outbound logistics for the company in itself. Apple's outbound logistics include storage and distributing iPads, iPhones, as well as MacBooks, their computers, as well as other products, for example, like the Apple Watch, as well as Apple Tags. Moving on to short product life cycles, increases inventory depreciation rates for smartphones, tablets, and laptops. This is the main focus of Apple, as when its new CEO, Tim Cook, took over operations, he made it a point to make sure that the buffer stock is as less as possible, and manufacturing for the products for the portfolio of Apple's products are only on need basis. The company distributes finished products to Apple stores in high traffic malls and cities. For example, in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Sunway, major cities which have a huge traffic of MNC employees as well as an immense student ratio who would like to purchase these products in their activities, day-to-day activities. Moving on to Apple outbound logistics, simplifies wholesaler and retailers delivery. The marketing and sales of ratio analysis of the VRIO analysis, I'm sorry, is to be set as follows. Apple sells its products through the following 7 channels. Firstly, starting off with Apple retail stores. Second, Apple's online store, as well as thirdly, direct sales focus. Fourthly, third-party seller network carriers. Fifth, wholesalers. Sixth, retailers. Seventh, value-added resellers. Lastly, moving on to service. Apple's customer service is great in its before its sales, during its sales, as well as after its sales. It has strict regimen and strict policies on how the customer is going to be carried out to each stage of the purchase process. Apple has experience centers in major cities around the world where anyone may try its goods. As all of the Apple stores have the ability, as all of their product portfolios and product lines are set up in the stores for the customers to come, use, ask questions, see how the product feels, or what the unique selling point of the product is, ask any questions, and furthermore see if they would like to purchase the product or not to receive its full experience. Apple sales associates are friendly, technically educated, as well as willing to demonstrate product features. Post-purchase customer service is also remarkable, as Apple has a return policy of 14 days if the customer does not like to it would not choose to keep the product, as well as certain stores in Malaysia often, as Malaysian stores in specific, offer Apple products to be purchased via affiliations with different banks in the city, in the country. As for example, Maybank has offers for credit card holders to buy Apple products on discounts and installments. Moving on to Apple stores have become centers for customers with questions or problems. Um, as the customer can go back, ask questions, receive feedback, ask for help if they can't understand how to, for example, use a feature, or if the phone is facing any kind of technical software difficulties. Cracked iPhone screens have been repaired for free at Apple stores for the customers as a way of creating goodwill amongst its customer base. Moving on to moving on to VRIO analysis, sustainable competitive advantage for Apple. Apple is a popular brand that's becoming a key competency because of its uh, unusual and difficult to replicate. The firm is organized around the utilitarian um, uh, setup of the brand as a major competitive strength. Apple's ecosystem as another essential competency. The competency involves cross promotion due to cross device compatibility and accessibility. Customers are more likely to buy an iPhone if they have a MacBook, and to buy apps, digital products via iTunes if they have a MacBook or an iPhone. This is a perfect way of seeing synergy and how Apple has been able to conglomerate all of the softwares and the main focus of the iOS system in all of its products, as it is easier for the customer to use, as all of these products, since they are following the same software of iOS, are able to sync all of their devices, record all of their data, and be able to access all of their information and all of their data at any given time through any different Apple device. The ecosystem makes it hard for competitors to fight or win against Apple customers. Apple's processes enable quick innovation, a key to its success. This resource capability helps the company innovate gadgets like the iPhone. Apple's access to information, users can view device kind, model, location, app usage as a form of a prerequisite if the customer has any questions about what the model entails, what the product is, how to use it, and so on. Despite privacy rules, the company's enormous worldwide user base helps innovation, product development, marketing, business management, as well as strategic planning for the products and the business in itself. Apple's artificial sorry, excuse me, artificial intelligence are of convenience and effective services. For example, a company develops artificial intelligence for services like Siri and related functions, as Siri was one of its kind to be in a format of a software on all Apple devices for people to be able to have voice recognition and ask questions without typing in the questions, or manually themselves opening up features or apps on their phones, while they could just ask Siri and have those functions be accessible to them on voice demand. Moving on to as follows. This is the VRO VRIO analysis in front of you, as depicted i- as depicted in front. We talk about non-core competencies, business process automation, competitive employee compensation packages, human resource compatibilities for innovation, as well as product mix diversity, as well as core competencies or sustainable long-term competitive advantages such as global popular premium brands. System set up for rapid innovation, ecosystem of complementary products, access to user information, artificial intelligence capabilities, global distributions, and sales networks. Moving on to recommendations to improve Apple's sustainable competitive advantage. As you can see above, the company can also use these strengths to capitalize on opportunities such as expansion of its um, customer electronic distribution network, as well as the corporation can use its strong brand image and rapid innovation processes to successfully create and launch new technology lines as a way of further expanding on their competitive edge, as well as Apple should continue an aggressive and speedy innovation in developing the company's products. Technological innovation lessens the determinant impacts of um, imitation. Apple should further strengthen the automation of its product processes and promote the automation of its um, contract manufacturers as a way of managing rising labor costs. Moving on to Apple can form relationships with more distributors to expand the total market reach of the company's consumer electronic products. Thank you for listening to my presentation. This is the end. As you can see, these are the references for the whole presentation. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.